Alright, so in this one I want to talk about every hero who has managed to defeat a disaster level dragon threat within the series so far. Now, this is actually kind of an impressive feat because not too many have been able to accomplish this. Because, the Hero Association's comparative scale for responding to a threat, just of demon level, is 10 A-class heroes or just one S-class hero. So that kind of means that S-class, typically entry level, you could say, is about demon level. So dragon level, which they don't even have a comparative scale for, based off of the demon, we can assume that maybe just 2 S-class heroes at the minimum are required to go against something like that. So just a single S-class hero soloing a dragon is pretty darn impressive. I mean, if you've been following the series so far, you can see that most of them have struggled against these type of threats. So I just want to take a look at the individuals who have been able to solo them, which means that we're not going to really be talking about group efforts. So let me just put Melzerguard out there for now. So yes, Melzerguard was a disaster level dragon, probably mid around there. And he was taken down by S-class heroes, but it was a group effort of Silverfang, Atomic Samurai, Puri Puri Prisoner, and Metal Bat. And let me also just get a technicality out of the way. So Super Alloy Darkshine. Technically, he has defeated Carnage Kabuto, who is a definitive dragon, probably high once he goes into his Carnage mode, but he defeated him in the virtual genocide simulation. It wasn't a reality-based feat. And the simulation itself can only really account for so much. It doesn't take into consideration, the reality of things, basically, his intelligence and other factors like that. So this isn't really, as definitive of a feat as the others have on this list. But, I mean, I guess you could consider it one trying to tell us that Darkshine could defeat Carnage Kabuto if they were to fight in reality. But I just want to put an asterisk there for now. I don't want to exclude him, but he should be mentioned for sure. So first up, Blast. Yes, our boy, the boy of all boys, the #1 S-class hero. He took down Elder Centipede, which is super impressive, obviously, because a combined effort of Silverfang, Bomb, and Genos couldn't even get the job done on that guy. Now, of course, we don't see this because it's Blast, and we never get to see anything with him. But it was confirmed by the Hero Association that this happened. And granted, Elder Centipede was able to escape, so Blast didn't kill him, but he still defeated him. So Blast has defeated a dragon level threat, and he gains entry to this list. And of course, he's a savage beast if he could just do that by himself. Now, Child Emperor, one who is probably on the list of least likely candidates, I'd say, to be able to solo a dragon. And not only does he do that, but one of the more difficult dragons to solo in Phoenix Man. So Child Emperor, first of all, takes out Phoenix Man in his bird brain demon level form. Then he resurrects to a dragon and then takes him out again. But no, and then he resurrects yet again and probably becomes a high dragon at that point in his brilliant eagle mode. And then he has the resurrection abilities, and he's bringing back the Subterraneans and Hellfire and Gale, and still Child Emperor is able to scrape by and eventually take him out for good. Now, yes, this is extremely high diff for Child Emperor. He's pushed to his absolute limit, but he still gets the job done. Next up, we have Drive Knight, the newest addition to this club of dragon soloers. He was able to take down Neon, who is a certified cadre and probably a mid-dragon around there. And in Phoenix Man's case, he wasn't exactly a cadre, nor even a cadre candidate, something we'll talk about later, but I'm sure that if Giro Giro were to observe the Brilliant Eagle form, he would have been a cadre for sure. But the reason why I want to group these together, because it shows the contrast. So, Drive Knight was able to defeat Neon, large in part, well, at least he claims, because he was able to analyze Neon beforehand, gain all of his battle data, and then fight him accordingly. As where Child Emperor kind of just went into the Phoenix Man fight blind and had to learn on the fly all of his new abilities and how to deal with them and whatnot, and his crazy overpowered suit and everything. So I just wanted to put more respect on Child Emperor's name there. But, Drive Knight didn't really struggle with Neon, and that, of course, goes into him gaining the data beforehand, but still pretty indicative of how powerful he is. Now, it wasn't exactly a no-diff win. He kind of struggled a little bit, but it's one of the most impressive performances we have seen of an S-Class hero taking down a dragon so far. In fact, we don't even get to see how he defeats him. There's just a gigantic explosion, and then he's just a crispy corpse. Now, yeah, he didn't kill him because he wanted to keep him alive because of the agenda that he has with all of that stuff. But still, Drive Knight soloed a dragon. Next up, Flashy Flash. And Flashy Flash has one of the rarest feats of defeating 2 dragons at the same time. So he was able to take out both Hellfire and Gale in their monster forms, which are individually classified as dragons. And they're not just low dragons. They're probably mid. They're ridiculously fast. Faster than Sonic. And given that they're able to compete with Flashy Flash's speed, they're probably faster than almost any S-Class hero. Just taking a guess. Almost, I'll say. Not every single one, of course. But given that Flashy Flash took out both of these guys simultaneously, like I said, is really a defining feat. It really sets him apart from the rest of the S-Class. Now, Flashy Flash being a good matchup for Hellfire and Gale plays a big role here, considering that he is a master ninja, and he already is aware of their pre-existing style that they use, so he was able to act accordingly and didn't really have to struggle too much since he already knew what he was getting into, but still, took out 2 freaking dragons at once. So next, Tatsumaki. Now, she hasn't finished her fight with Girogiro yet in the manga, but it's pretty much over. I mean, she's absolutely wrecked Girogiro. All that's really left to do is to just turn the lights off. It's essentially a done deal. I mean, Girogiro could do nothing against Tatsumaki, who is a definitive dragon. Even gets the box labeling it such. And no resistance at all. Even used a 300 times gravity attack on Tatsumaki. Some early Dragon Ball Z stuff. Nothing. So, granted, like I said, the fight isn't over, but Tatsumaki pretty much has won, so I want to put her in this list rather than not have her on it. So now I'm going to be finishing off this video with the feats that happen in the webcomic that the manga hasn't reached yet. So if you don't want to know what's going to happen, I suggest you check out now. So Zombie Man, and he kind of falls into the same camp as Darkshine, at least with one of his victories, because he also defeated Carnage Kabuto in the VGS. But the same thing goes for him. Doesn't really account for reality. There's kind of shenanigans going into that, but it could be one telling us that maybe Zombie Man, given his, attrition abilities and everything, could maybe take down Carnage Kabuto if he was able to fight him for a week, possibly. But he does have a more definitive dragon level victory, and that's against Homeless Emperor. So this one's kind of weird too, because he overcomes Homeless Emperor and he's able to physically restrain him and holds him down. But it is eventually God who kills Homeless Emperor in the end. But I still count this as a victory for Zombie Man because, he basically did win, and the only reason why he didn't kill him immediately is because he was trying to interrogate him to get more information about God. But if he wanted to, he probably could have easily snapped his neck or cut his head off or something. I count this as a W for Zombie Man. So next up, Silver Fang, and those of you who've watched my videos, you know that I love this feat, and I'm sure you guys too. It's one of the most amazing moments of the series, because Silver Fang, after using his abandonment breathing technique, one-shots Fuhrer Ugly and Gums in succession, and then just seriously messes up Black S, but doesn't kill him. But still, this is even more impressive than Flashy Flash's feat, in my opinion, because Flash had a whole fight before this. This is just Silver Fang, boom, straight up, taking them out instantly. It's awesome, and I can't wait to see this in the manga. So next up, Fubuki. Yes, B-class rank 1 hero Fubuki took down a dragon in Psychos. Now, she did have the kryptonite to Psychos. Her psychic whirlwind was able to nullify Psychos' Esper abilities, and in the end, she was able to defeat her. It doesn't really matter the logistics of this. She was able to defeat a dragon, so Fubuki is in this list. One of the most impressive feats for any hero that is not S-Class, even for an S-Class hero, this is impressive. So, props to Fubuki, of course. So I want to throw King in here as well, and kind of put like an asterisk next to him. So he took down Vaccine Man and Beefcake, but, you know, that was aided by Saitama, which is technically his ability to summon him and have others fight for him, but that's probably going to anger some people. But he... Atomic Samurai, who is like a mid-dragon, so I'm gonna put King on this list because he should be. He's King. And then lastly, Saitama. You know, he took out some dragons. But that's pretty much it for the video today, guys. Let me know what you thought about this one. Who do you think had the best victory over a dragon? Who do you think is going to get a victory over the dragon in the future? And if you liked it, please give it a like. I also have a Patreon, gives you access to a weekly Q&A. And if you haven't already, please subscribe as well. Have a great day, and I'll see you